Okay, so the direct ended just a little bit ago. I am currently uploading the my reactions onto YouTube, and it turns out that the website has been updated. It had not been updated earlier when I checked. It is now. So I'm going to use this to get a look at some things that were hard to see in the direct. We'll start with the Pokemon themselves. Let's take a look at the two legendaries. I initially thought that they were one legendary with two different forms based on the version, but no, they are two separate legendaries. Zacian and Zamazenta. I'm pretty sure I butchered the names. Shrouded in mystery and unknown even to those who live in the Galar region. Zacian is the sword. Zamazenta is the shield. And I guessed this in the direct. I was right. It's the unstoppable sword and immovable shield. Its shining blade can cut through anything. Its gleaming shield can turn back any attack. Zacian attacks so gracefully that its movements can even captivate its opponents. It holds what appears to be a sword in its mouth. Zamazenta's regal and majestic movements overwhelm any opponents that dare face it. Its body is covered in what seems to be a shield. Alright, back to the Pokemon section, because I want to take a look at, you. Oh, right, that's how it does it now. I'm not used to this. I want to take a look at other of the new ones. So, Gossifleur, we know evolves into Eldegoss. I am curious about its type. Pure Grass. I was not expecting Pure Grass. Has the abilities Cotton Down and Regenerator, which give me a bit. Where are you? Thank you, Cerebi. Cotton Down appears to be a new one. Or it's just not listed for whatever reason. Or maybe I don't understand how this works. Because I know Regenerator exists, and I'm not finding that one. Alright, maybe I can find another list. I'm just trying to remember what the abilities do. I suspect that I'm just missing something on Cerebi's site, because he's got everything on there. Yeah, okay, I'm missing something. I can't find it. But I do know that Regenerate for sure exists. Cotton Down, I feel like it does, but I don't know for sure or what it does. Anyways, about Gossifleur, its pollen has a healing effect. We do not have a look at any of its moves there. prefers lands with clean water and air, and its pollen has a healing effect. Its pollen works on people too. It used to be a common folk medicine remedy for children of the Gaur region to be given a tea made from its pollen when they fell ill. Ah, honey tea. Oh, it's bugging me. I need to find it. Cotton Down does appear to be a new one, because I'm not finding it anywhere. Regenerator I can find. Restores half of the Pokemon's max HP upon switching out. Moves with the wind, travels over long distances by getting blown along by the wind. It controls direction of its travels by twisting its body and petals. And we can see them there on the overworld in the wild area. And Gustafleur evolves into Eldegoss, the Cotton Bloom Pokemon. Same abilities. And still pure grass type. Cotton Fluff serves as a cushion, helping protect Eldegoss' head from damage. They mentioned this in the video, how nutritious seeds, flying seeds attached to cotton fluff are said to be highly nutritious and beneficial to both people and Pokemon. Spreads these seeds throughout the region by sending them on the wind, making the soil of the Gaur region rich in nutrients. I like that we now have multiple Dandelion Pokemon. Let's see. The one that I fell in love with immediately, Wooloo. The sheep Pokemon. Normal type. Ability Fluffy and Runaway. I don't believe Fluffy is a previous ability, but it might be. Oh, it is. Fluffy has the damage taken from moves that make direct contact. Oh, right, it's Beware's ability. Okay, so wow. So you're actually going to be a pretty tough Pokemon. Because that is a good ability. And run away, I'm pretty sure means that you can always get away from a wild battle. Yep. Now I want to look and see if... yeah, no, Cotton Down is new. And we have no idea what it does yet. Look at Wooloo, it's so cute. Oh, look at the little sleeping one. Hold on, I'm saving that. The white fur that covers their bodies grows throughout their lives, and it will fully grow back in 3 months, even if the Wooloo has been completely shorn. The fur is used for clothing and carpets and the like, and is very popular as a specialty product in the Gaur region. They live as a herd and mimic the actions of their trainer or herd leader. They dislike conflict, and if they need to escape from enemies, they will simply roll away. That's so cute. I love it. And the eyes are actual sheep eyes. I didn't notice that. Ah. Corviknight, because I'm really curious. Obviously, you're part flying. You also obviously have a second type. The question is it dark or steel? Corviknight. Steel. Flying Steel. Okay. It's the Raven Pokemon. Has the abilities Pressure and Unnerve. Pressure is usually on legendaries, not one that's obviously going to be more common. Yeah, there's very few non-legendaries that have pressure. Raises the PP usage of a foe's attack. And Unnerve. Makes Pokemon unable to eat berries. Those are actually both very good abilities. Dashing Lord of the Skies. It is said that Corviknight is the strongest Pokemon living in the skies of the Galar region. It can often be seen fearlessly soaring through the air. Many say that any Pokemon foolish enough to challenge Corviknight are sent running with just a sharp glare and a cry from this fearsome Pokemon. Corviknight possesses superb flying skills and high intelligence. Because of this, many of them work for the company called Galar Taxi, helping transport people from town to town. So it's definitely a common one, or more common than most legendaries. Anyway, so it's interesting that it has those abilities. By the way, I cannot actually zoom in on these pictures. I have tried. Because we actually have a look at the battle menu, but I can't find any way to actually open it. Get it bigger, I mean. And the last of the knowledge that showed off, Dreadnought, Snapping Turtle. The Bite Pokemon. Type is Water and Rock. Usually reserved for fossils. Ability Strong Jaw and Shell Armor. Both of which I know have existed before. Strong Jaw boosts the power of biting moves, so you'll want attacks like Bite on it. If you have Strong Jaw and Shell Armor, protects from critical hits. Neat. Powerful jaws and muscles. Sharp jagged fangs of the Bite Pokemon Dreadnought are strong and sharp enough to bite through rock and iron. Though it has an extremely heavy rock shell, its well-developed muscles allow it to move quickly. Dreadnought is known to be an extremely vicious Pokemon, and it takes a skilled trainer to tame and handle this Pokemon. It seems that some trainers will release Dreadnought back into the wild once they discover they can't handle it. So very much like real snapping turtles. Alright, characters. People in Pokemon. Not really telling me anything I don't know. We do see that Budu is there. I noticed that in the direct, but the direct one's so fast I couldn't really comment on anything. Oops, wrong one. Gym Leader and Dynamax Pokemon. So far, the only Gym Leader we know of is Milo, the Grass Gym Leader. Don't have any information on him, but he definitely looks like he's probably a farmer. We see him Dynamax with what will probably be his main Pokemon. Don't think there's really any new information there, is there? Nope, not seeing anything. The region. Nope, nothing there. Nothing about the wild area. Alright, so anything else will be on the home page then. Yep, alright. So, the Pokedex and Rotom phone. Because this is how I realized the site was updated when I checked again. I saw the Rotom phone right away. I'm going to assume the Rotom phone works mostly the same as Rotom Dex did in Sun and Moon. I'm sure there's going to be people complaining about it, but honestly, most people like it or they would have brought it back. I personally like the Rotom Dex. Any Pokemon you find or catch during your adventure will have its information registered in the Pokedex. The Pokedex in these titles will actually be part of your Rotom phone. Your Rotom phone is also home to Rotom, a Pokemon that can enter into various electrical appliances, and your Rotom phone can do a lot more than serve as a Pokedex. For example, you can attach it to your bike to make it move faster on land, or it can even help you travel over water. Okay, so the Rotom phone is going to be the way they're getting around HMs this time, it looks like. I was hoping they'd have riding Pokemon back, and maybe they still do, who knows. But it looks like we do have bikes again. Dynamax is our main gimmick. I've mentioned before, but reminds me of the anime episode with the giant Jigglypuff. A phenomenon unique to specific locations in the Galar region, so can only be used in specific locations. It is mentioned that gyms are specifically built on locations that can use it. Pokemon are able to take on gigantic appearances. Pokemon from the Galar region are capable of Dynamaxing, and the Dynamax Pokemon become tremendously strong. It is mentioned that they will revert to the small size after 3 turns, so you have 3 turns to use the special attack they get. Again, it feels like a natural evolution of the Z moves, so I like it. Each Dynamax Pokemon is super dynamic. Pokemon you encounter can Dynamax, and we actually see what looks like a wild Dynamax Gyarados in something that'll be coming up in a bit. Pokemon Battle specialized with Dynamax. Dynamax Phenomenon, which allows Pokemon to become tremendously powerful, is an integral part of Pokemon battles in the Galar region. Dynamax Pokemon don't just become bigger, they get a boost in power as well. They'll return to normal after 3 turns, so think carefully about when to trigger the Dynamax Phenomenon. Oh, and we can probably assume that the bunny's becoming firefighting. Because it has double kick. Granted, that doesn't necessarily mean it is. But it makes it more likely. You can only Dynamax once per battle, and you can only Dynamax specific locations. Which is probably to stop you from just spamming it like we did with Z moves. The key item, here we go. I was wondering about this. Naturally, the Dynamax phenomenon is the topic of much research in the Galar region. A special item known as the Dynamax Band is a product of such research. Only trainers who possess a Dynamax Band are able to Dynamax their Pokemon. And since we know Professor Magnolia is studying that, I'm going to assume we get the bracelet from her or her assistant. All the moves of a Dynamax Pokemon will turn to special Max moves. Max moves pack a punch, but that's not all. Some of them can even trigger powerful additional effects. Like I said, a natural extension of Z moves. Max moves your Pokemon can use are determined by what kind and type of moves they knew before Dynamaxing. Neat. So we see a Grookey here. Scratch turns into Max Strike. Razor Leaf turns into Max Overgrowth. Growl becomes Max Guard. And Taunt also becomes Max Guard. Normal type max move called Max Strike has the additional effect of lowering the speed stats of opponents it hits. Neat. Wild area. It looked like in the direct, it looked like Pokemon are in the overworld in the wild area, which I am so happy to see. There is a vast expanse of land in the Galar region, which is known as the Wild Area. The Wild Area is full of nature as far as the eye can see, and it connects several different towns and cities. You'll find a greater variety of Pokemon living here than anywhere else in the Galar region. The Pokemon you run into will change depending on things like the weather, which I'm going to point out in Game Explain's discussion, Chugga Conroy called this. Or was it John Combs? It was one of the two. Either way, it was mentioned in... Someone actually mentioned it. Wild Area can be reached through various towns and cities and contains untamed wilderness. Okay, we have a little jet ski for on the water. I am hoping that rideable Pokemon is an option. Oh, and it looks like Mantine is native to Galar. My sister will be happy on that one. Seems the Pokemon you'll run into will change depending on things like the weather or location. So there's Sandstorm here. We see Tyranitar. Have a look around the wild area. While in the wild area, you'll be able to control the camera in order to explore the vast space around you and search for Pokemon and items. See, I loved the overall Pokemon in X and Y. It felt so much more dynamic. Not in X and Y, in a Let's Go. It made the world feel so much more dynamic. And Dragon Quest Monsters had been using it for a while. And it really does help. There's definitely stuff I want to look for in screenshots, but I don't think I'll see anytime soon. And then the big reveal, Max Raids. Team up with 3 other trainers in order to take on a wild Dynamax Pokemon. You get a chance to catch the Dynamax Pokemon that you face if you manage to defeat it. So like raid battles in Go, which is another nice way to get people who are into Go into the main series. Raw Dynamax Pokemon will remain in their giant form for the entire battle, and will have other unique powers. Only one member of the group consisting of you and your allies can Dynamax. Ooh, so you have to be careful on that. Additionally, some things you can do in the wild area, like max raid battles, can become even more fun by connecting with other players. Face a wild Dynamax Pokemon together with friends. So it looks like you can do the max raid battles solo, which is good, because the only way you can actually do max raids with other people is either if more than one person owns a Switch locally, or if you're playing with strangers online. You gotta be very careful with that with the Dynamaxing. Cooperating with your allies is the key to victory. And we see the Dynamax ball there, which is cool. Wild Dynamax Pokemon you'll face in Max Raid battles vary based on where you are in the wild area or what the weather is like. Okay, makes sense. Weather in the wild area changes every day. Ooh, so that's a lot of replayability there. So be ready to meet a variety of Pokemon each time you visit. Also, it seems that some Pokemon can only be caught in Max Raid battles. For example, Steenie when it's sunny and Lantern when it's raining. You can join up with people near you to participate in Max Raid battles, but you can also connect Pokemon trainers around the world via the internet and face Dynamax Pokemon together with them. If 3 other trainers aren't available to participate in Max Raid battles, support trainers will be automatically added. Good. Good. That's they thought of that. And no surprise, you need Nintendo Online for online. Unless there's anything new in the videos, I think that's about everything there. Yeah, that's everything. So, a lot of stuff update on the site. And just, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great time, maybe. Bye.